Have you ever met someone who changed the entire direction of your life? Not by loving you perfectly, but by breaking you open completely? Someone who felt like destiny when they arrived, but disaster when they left? Yes, that wasn't a random encounter. That was a karmic partner. A soul written into your story not to stay forever, but to ignite something within you that was sleeping all along. And here's the secret most people miss. Karmic partners are not a mistake. They're the necessary stops along your soul's railway, the painful but divine detours that prepare you for your twin flame union. So before you label that relationship as toxic, wasted, or wrong, ask yourself this: what if they were never meant to love you gently, but to love you powerfully? Through contrast, through chaos, through karma? New moon, the illusion of wrong person. In human terms, we crave the fairy tale. Someone who understands us, protects us, and stays. But in soul language, understanding doesn't always come from comfort. It often comes from the storm. Karmic partners are those storms. They mirror back your deepest wounds, your suppressed emotions, and your unhealed stories. When you say, "He made me feel abandoned," the universe whispers, "No, he revealed your fear of abandonment that already lived inside you." When you cry, "She betrayed me," the universe says, "She mirrored the part of you that still betrays your own boundaries." You see, the karmic connection is alchemy in disguise. Burns you, yes, but through that fire you are reborn. Dizzy, the soul's perspective. Imagine your soul as a traveler with a grand itinerary across lifetimes. Before you were born, you didn't just choose your twin flame. You also chose your karmic contracts. These contracts sound like this: "You will come into my life and teach me how to let go. You will trigger my fear of not being enough, so I finally learn to see my own worth. You will love me just enough to make me stay, until I realize love doesn't mean attachment." To the human self, this feels cruel. To the soul, it's sacred choreography. Because your soul doesn't crave comfort, it craves growth. And sometimes growth doesn't come from the ones who hold your hand, but from the ones who force you to stand on your own. Crystal ball: twin flames versus karmic partners. The cosmic difference. Let's clear this up early, because confusion here can trap you in loops of pain. Twin flames are mirrors of your divine essence. They reflect your light and shadow equally, guiding you back to your wholeness. The connection feels like home and awakening at once. Soulmates are companions of harmony. They nurture, stabilize, and comfort you through empathy and emotional safety. Karmic partners, however, are the fire alarms of your soul. They ring so loudly, you cannot ignore what's been hidden. They're not meant to destroy you. They're meant to disrupt you until you awaken. Think of it like this: if your twin flame teaches you how to love beyond ego, then your karmic partner teaches you how to let go of everything that isn't love. Both are divine. Both are necessary. But they serve different frequencies of your evolution. Crescent moon: the necessary stop on the journey. Imagine your twin flame journey as a long train ride toward union. Along the way, there are stations, some peaceful, some chaotic. Each station teaches you something vital: patience, detachment, forgiveness, self-worth. Your karmic partner is one of those stations. You don't build a home there. You learn, you grow, and then you board the next train. But here's the catch. Many people mistake the station for the destination. They cling to the karmic connection, trying to fix it, force it, or heal it into permanence. And that's where the pain multiplies. Because the lesson of a karmic partner is not to fix them, is to free yourself through understanding what they mirror. Balance scale: the emotional paradox. A karmic relationship feels both magnetic and exhausting. You can't stay, but you can't fully leave either. The chemistry feels divine, but the outcome feels destructive. Why? Because karma operates through emotional gravity. It pulls you toward what you haven't resolved. So if you haven't healed abandonment, you'll attract someone who abandons you. If you haven't faced your need for control, you'll meet someone uncontrollable. If you haven't accepted your worth, you'll meet someone who devalues you. Until you finally say, "Enough. I deserve more." That moment, the one where you choose yourself, is when karma begins to dissolve. It's not the breakup that ends the karma. It's the awareness. Bella, gentle warning. Many People on the twin flame path confuse pain with purpose. They believe the more they suffer, the closer they are to reunion. But pain is only useful when it teaches, not when it traps. So, if your karmic relationship is filled with chaos that doesn't lead to growth, step back, observe, ask, what am I supposed to learn from this pattern? Because once the lesson is learned, the universe no longer needs to repeat the teacher. Sun behind small cloud, a new way to see karmic love. What if, instead of saying, he ruined my faith in love, you said, he revealed what I believed love had to look like, and now I'm rewriting that story? What if, instead of seeing betrayal as cruelty, you saw it as liberation from illusion? What if every tear you cried for your karmic was actually washing you clean, preparing your heart for a love that's truly meant for you? Because that's what karmic energy does. It scrubs your soul raw until all that's left is truth. And truth is the only vibration that can sustain a twin flame union. If you are listening to this and thinking of someone who hurt you, someone you can't seem to forget, know this, they didn't come to destroy you. They came to deliver you to yourself. Every argument, every heartbreak, every goodbye was a thread pulling you closer to your highest self. They taught you boundaries, patience, discernment. They forced you to speak your truth, to stop settling for half love, and to stop confusing attachment with connection. That was their sacred job in your story. And once the lesson is complete, you'll feel it, not as anger but as peace. Because peace is the soul's way of saying, class dismissed. You've learned. So before you scroll away, close your eyes and ask, what was my karmic partner trying to teach me about love? What part of me did they awaken? Even through pain. You may not have the answer yet, but the moment you ask, healing begins. Because awareness is the first key that unlocks the next phase. The phase where karmic endings make space for divine reunion. If this message found you at the right time, trust that it's not a coincidence. Comment below. I'm ready to release karmic love and call in divine union. Subscribe for the next chapter, where we'll explore the spiritual contract between twin flames and karmic partners, and how to tell when karma is finally complete. Before you ever took your first breath, before your heart beat for the very first time, you made agreements. Not with lawyers, not with words, but with souls. Your twin flame, your soulmates, and even your karmic partners. They were all sitting with you, in that infinite expanse of pre-birth light, discussing one question. How can we help each other? Remember who we really are. And that's how spiritual contracts are formed, not through obligation, but through divine collaboration. Crystal ball, what is a spiritual contract? A spiritual contract is not punishment. It's a promise. It's your soul saying to another, I will step into your life and mirror something you've forgotten. It might hurt, but I'll do it with love. Every karmic partner, every twin flame, every fleeting connection, they're all pages in your soul's sacred curriculum. Some are lessons in love. Some are lessons in letting go. And some are both at the same time. The karmic partner usually signs the hardest role. They volunteer to trigger your deepest wounds. Because without those wounds being touched, you would never seek to heal them. It's a tough job, but someone had to love you enough to play it. The role of karmic contracts. In this lifetime, your karmic partner enters when your soul says, it's time to clear this pattern, once and for all. Maybe in another life, you were the one who betrayed them. Maybe in this one, they'll betray you. Not for revenge, but for balance. Karma is not a punishment system. It's a rebalancing of energy. It's the universe's way of restoring harmony, ensuring that all souls eventually understand both sides of the coin. For example, if you once abandoned someone, you might be abandoned not as payback, but to feel the weight of that wound and learn compassion. If you once took love for granted, you might meet someone who takes you for granted, until you understand that love cannot survive without gratitude. And when that understanding clicks, when your heart no longer holds bitterness, the karmic contract dissolves. Lesson complete. Energy neutralized. You move forward lighter. Crescent moon, why the karmic comes before the twin flame. You see, the universe doesn't send your twin flame when you're still living through your karmic cycles, because that connection is too high in frequency. You wouldn't be able to hold it. It's like trying to play a symphony on an instrument still out of tune. The karmic partner is the tuning process. They stretch your emotional chords, force you to confront dissonance, and prepare your soul to harmonize with your divine counterpart later. It's not that you missed your twin flame. It's that your soul was preparing to meet them properly, not through need but through wholeness. Because a twin flame union can only sustain itself when both individuals have completed their karmic homework. Fire the emotional battlefield of contracts. Here's the paradox. Your karmic partner might feel more intense, more passionate, even more addictive than your twin flame at first. Why? Because karma operates through emotional magnetism. It doesn't whisper, it shouts. It doesn't gently nudge. It drags you to the surface of your wounds. That's why many confuse karmic passion for divine love. But true twin flame energy doesn't drain you, it expands you. It feels peaceful, even when it's intense. Whereas karmic energy feels chaotic, even when it's loving. The difference is vibration. Karmic love pulls from lack. Twin flame love flows from abundance. When you still believe you must earn love, karma will send someone to show you that belief is an illusion. When you realize love is your natural state, your twin flame appears, not as a rescuer but as a reflection. Dove breaking the contract. How karma ends. How do you end a karmic cycle? You don't. You graduate from it. The key is awareness. When you stop reacting and start observing. When you stop asking why me? And start asking, what is this teaching me? The contract begins to fade. Because karma only needs your participation. Until you understand the lesson. Once you do, the energy no longer has a reason to stay. Sometimes that looks like a breakup. Sometimes it's simply an internal shift. You still see them, still care, but they no longer trigger you. That neutrality is sacred. It means your soul has completed its agreement. Balance scale, the twin flame contract. The mirror of wholeness. Now that your karmic lessons are clear, the universe introduces the next level. The twin flame contract. This is not about pain, it's about integration. Your twin flame doesn't come to teach you through destruction, but through reflection. They show you your highest potential, your deepest truth, and your divine purpose. Where karmic contracts are about healing wounds, twin flame contracts are about embodying wholeness. Yet both are essential. Without the karmic, you wouldn't have cleared the space. Without the twin flame, you wouldn't have learned how to build from clarity. So when people say, I wish I never met my karmic, the soul gently smiles and whispers, you wouldn't have recognized your twin without them. Forgiveness, the final clause in every contract. No spiritual contract is truly complete without forgiveness. Not forgiveness as in it's okay you hurt me, but forgiveness as in I understand why it had to happen. Forgiveness is the soul's signature at the bottom of every karmic agreement. It's what releases both of you from the energetic bond. When you forgive, you declare. The lesson is learned. The love remains. The pain can go. And that's when your vibration shifts. That's when your energy field begins to attract the higher resonance of your twin flame. Because love cannot flow through a heart still clenched around resentment. Sun behind small cloud, the beauty of divine timing. Sometimes we meet our twin flame before we've finished karmic healing. That's when separation happens. It's not rejection, it's divine delay. The universe is saying, finish your homework. They're waiting for you on the other side of awareness. This is why patience is so important on the twin flame journey. The universe doesn't operate on human time. It operates on alignment. When both souls are vibrating at the same frequency of truth and peace, union becomes inevitable. It doesn't have to be forced, it happens. Maybe, just maybe, that person who broke your heart was also the one who promised, if I have to hurt you to help you evolve, I will. Because I love you that much. That is what spiritual contracts are made of. Unconditional love in disguise. You were never a victim of your karmic partner. You were a participant in a sacred exchange. They carried the shadow role so you could embody the light one day. And one day when you meet your twin flame again, whole, healed, ready, you'll realize that every heartbreak was a rehearsal for divine union. Because in the end there are no mistakes. Only souls fulfilling their promises. Take a moment to reflect. Who in your life might have been a karmic teacher in disguise? What lesson did your soul ask them to deliver? We have all met them. The karmic partner, the person who triggered us, shook the foundations of our self-worth, and left marks we swore we'd never heal. But what if I told you, you don't have to carry that pain forever? You can learn the lesson without being enslaved by suffering. This is the essence of karmic healing. It's about transformation, not punishment. It's about turning fire into light, chaos into clarity, and heartbreak into wisdom. Let's explore how. Milky Way Step 1. Recognize the mirror. The first step to healing a karmic wound is awareness. Ask yourself, what is this person reflecting back to me? What part of me have I been avoiding? Karmic relationships are mirrors of your shadow. They show the fears, insecurities, and unhealed patterns you've carried for lifetimes. For example, if your karmic partner is controlling, perhaps you've struggled with control in your own life over yourself or others. If they are emotionally distant, maybe your soul is still learning to nurture its own emotions. If they betray or abandon you, maybe your soul is facing the fear of not being enough. Here's the crucial point. This reflection is not about blame. It's not about they hurt me, therefore they are wrong. It's about you recognizing what needed to be healed inside yourself. Dove Step 2. Emotional responsibility. Once you see the mirror, the next step is ownership. I am responsible for what I see in myself. Notice that I didn't say responsible for their actions. The karmic partner's actions are theirs, but how you react, how you absorb their energy, is yours. This is the transformative power of emotional responsibility. When you stop blaming and start owning, you shift from being a passive participant in karma to an active co-creator of your healing. A simple example. Your karmic partner lashes out, triggering your old fear of rejection. Instead of retaliating or collapsing, you pause. Ask, what is this showing me about myself? What can I learn? Suddenly, the wound becomes a lesson instead of a prison. Step 3. Detachment without indifference. This is one of the most misunderstood aspects of karmic healing. Detachment does not mean hatred or indifference. It means recognizing the relationship for what it is, a learning container, and stepping into your own energy. Detachment allows you to release obsessive thinking. Stop seeking validation from the person who caused you pain. Begin reclaiming your own emotional sovereignty. Practical tip. Create boundaries, emotional, physical, and spiritual. You don't have to cut off the person entirely, though sometimes you might. You only need to protect your energy while learning the lesson. Think of detachment as a shield, not a prison. It's how you honor both yourself and the karmic contract. Fire Step 4. Transform pain into power. Here's the pivotal moment. The energy of pain can either trap you or fuel you. Trapped energy manifests as resentment, depression, or repeated toxic patterns. Transformed energy becomes wisdom, strength, and clarity. Practical exercises to transmute karmic pain. Journaling. Write down every trigger, every emotional reaction, every thought. Then ask, what lesson is hiding behind this emotion? Meditative visualization. Imagine the energy of the karmic experience as a dark cloud. See it slowly dissolving into light, merging with your heart chakra, giving you strength. Affirmation. Repeat daily. I release what no longer serves me. I am whole. I am worthy of love. Without attachment or fear. The more you practice this, the faster the energy neutralizes, and the karmic contract naturally dissolves. Waterwave Step 5. Conscious reflection. Healing is not just emotional. It's also reflective. Ask yourself, what recurring patterns did this karmic experience highlight? How can I honor my own growth moving forward? What kind of love do I truly want? And am I ready to receive it? Reflection allows the soul to internalize the lesson. It is where understanding transforms into wisdom. Without reflection, karmic experiences simply repeat themselves, often more intensely, until the soul learns. Cherry Blossom Step 6. Gratitude for the karma. This might feel counterintuitive. How can you be grateful for someone who caused pain? Because every karmic interaction carries a gift, awareness of your triggers, understanding of your boundaries, courage to love yourself fully. Try this exercise. Write the name of your karmic partner and silently say, "Thank you for showing me what I needed to see. Thank you for helping me awaken." You don't need to justify their actions or condone harm. Gratitude is a spiritual acknowledgement. It releases energy and opens the door for divine union later. Crescent Moon Step 7. Integration and Union Preparation. Once you've gone through recognition, responsibility, detachment, transformation, reflection, and gratitude, you reach integration. This is the point where the karmic energy no longer lingers in your field. Your heart is free, your spirit is aligned, and you are finally ready for your twin flame connection, not as someone searching for completion but as someone already whole. Remember, twin flame union is not about filling gaps. It's about reflecting the wholeness already cultivated. Through karmic experiences, every tear you cried, every lesson you learned, every boundary you set, they were paving the way for the energy of union to finally arrive. Healing a karmic wound is not a linear path. It may take weeks, months, or even years. There will be moments of doubt, relapse, or lingering pain. And that's okay, it is part of the process. The key is to remain conscious. Observe, reflect, release, and transform. Step into your power instead of clinging to the past. Every karmic partner you meet is a soul teacher. They teach you resilience, self-love, and discernment. And when you honor the lesson, your energy field begins to resonate at a higher frequency, one that naturally attracts love that mirrors your healed self. The universe doesn't punish. It doesn't abandon. It simply guides you through people, through experiences, through karma, back to yourself. And when you finally meet your twin flame after this healing, you won't need to chase, convince, or fix. You'll meet as equals, as mirrors of wholeness, as co-creators of a love that is sacred, liberating, and eternal. If you're currently navigating a karmic relationship, take a moment to breathe, reflect, and release. You've walked the fire. You've met the storms. You've felt the heartbreak and the lessons hidden within it. And now something shifts. The energy begins to lighten. The weight you carried in your chest eases. You start to notice that your reactions are calmer, your thoughts clearer, your heart more expansive. Congratulations. This is the subtle yet profound moment when karmic cycles begin to end. It's the moment your soul has been preparing for all along. The moment you begin to prepare the energy field for twin flame union. Milky Way recognizing the end of karmic energy. How do you know the karmic energy has ended? It's rarely dramatic. It's usually subtle, almost imperceptible. You may notice emotional triggers no longer dominate your reactions. Memories of the karmic relationship feel neutral rather than painful. The obsession to seek closure or validation from the person fades. You feel more grounded, lighter, freer, almost as if a weight has been lifted. This is freedom in action. It doesn't mean the karmic connection disappears instantly. Sometimes the person remains physically present, yet their influence on your energy is neutralized. This is the soul's way of signaling. You've learned. You've grown. You're ready for the next vibration. Visual. Leaves floating on water, moving effortlessly with the current, symbolizing release and flow. Dove Step 1. Energy clearing and alignment. Your energy field is like a garden. Karmic relationships often leave weeds, unresolved emotions, limiting beliefs, fear patterns that block the natural flow of love and spiritual growth. To prepare for a twin flame union, you must clear the field. Practical techniques. Energetic cleansing. Take a salt bath or shower with intention. Visualize all stagnant or negative energy leaving your body. Light sage, Palo Santo, or incense while focusing on purification. Chakra alignment. Meditate on each chakra, visualizing light cleansing and activating each energy center. Pay special attention to the heart chakra, which must radiate openness and unconditional love. Space clearing. Remove items or reminders associated with karmic experiences that drain your energy. Rearrange your living or workspace to allow new energy to flow in freely. Remember, a clean energetic field is not just about removing negativity. It is about creating space for the new, for love that is conscious, mutual, and sacred. Herb Step 2. Integration of lessons. Karmic. Relationships teach, but healing solidifies learning. Integration is where you internalize the lessons, Consciously apply them and transform old patterns into new wisdom. Ask yourself, what did this experience teach me about boundaries? What did I learn about self-worth and self-love? How can I avoid repeating these patterns in the future? Integration exercises. Journaling for wisdom. Write letters to your past self, your karmic partner, or even your twin flame self. Express understanding, gratitude, and clarity. Affirmations of empowerment. I am whole and complete. I release all attachments that no longer serve me. I am ready for sacred love. Reflection meditation. Sit quietly and visualize the karmic patterns dissolving. Imagine the wisdom gained being absorbed into your energetic core. Integration is like folding a learned lesson into your soul's blueprint, making you ready for a love that mirrors wholeness, not wounds. Crystal Ball Step 3. Raising your vibration. Karmic healing isn't only about release, it's about elevation. Twin flame energy is a high-frequency vibration. It requires clarity, alignment, and emotional sovereignty. Ways to raise your vibration. Meditation and mindfulness. Connect with your heart, breathe consciously, and feel the light within. Creative expression. Music, art, dance, or writing can channel and elevate your energy. Nature immersion. Walk barefoot, sit under trees, or watch the sunrise, grounding while expanding. Gratitude practice. Daily gratitude for small joys aligns your energy with abundance rather than lack. The higher your vibration, the more effortlessly your field attracts a harmonious twin flame connection. Lower vibrations attract karmic patterns, higher vibrations attract conscious love. Crescent Moon Step 4. Forgiveness as liberation. The final step in karmic closure is forgiveness, not for them but for you. Forgiveness doesn't mean excusing harmful behavior. It doesn't mean forgetting. It is about freeing your soul from the emotional chains of the past. Practical exercise. Write a forgiveness letter to the karmic partner. Acknowledge what happened. Honor your feelings and release the attachment. Visualize a golden cord connecting you to them dissolving. When forgiveness is genuine, your heart chakra opens fully. Your energy vibrates higher. You are no longer tethered to karmic repetition. You are ready, body, mind, and soul, to meet your twin flame as an equal, fully realized and fully free. Balance Scale Step 5. Cultivating patience and trust. Even after karmic energy dissolves, patience is essential. Divine timing governs twin flame unions. They do not operate on human schedules or desires. Trust that the universe aligns both of you. When your energies are ready, avoid rushing or forcing connections. Focus on your growth, your joy, and your inner balance. Remember, the end of karma is a signal, not necessarily an event. It is the preparation, the opening of the heart, that matters more than the meeting itself. Cherry Blossom Step 6. Signs you are ready for union. As you release karmic patterns and align your energy, you may notice subtle signs. Inner peace replaces obsessive thoughts. A sense of completeness, not longing, fills your heart. Synchronicities, meaningful encounters, or spiritual nudges appear more often. You feel magnetically aligned to someone whose energy resonates with your own. These are signals from your soul. You have done the inner work. The universe is preparing to mirror your love. Ending karma doesn't just free you from past pain. It creates a sacred space within your energetic field. A space where unconditional love can thrive. A space where union is not about completing each other but reflecting wholeness. Karmic relationships were the fire. Karmic healing is the water. Together, they prepare the garden for the blossom of twin flame love. So honor every tear, every lesson, every painful goodbye. Without them, your soul would not recognize the beauty of the love that is truly meant for you. And when your twin flame finally appears, you won't just meet them. You will meet yourself in them. If you're ready to prepare your heart and energy for a twin flame union, pause and breathe. Reflect. Comment below. Sparkles. I am ready to release karma, elevate my energy, and receive sacred love. Subscribe and hit the bell for Chapter 5. Recognizing the true twin flame. Signs you're ready for divine union. Because the journey isn't over. It's only just beginning. Crescent Moon. After walking through karmic fire and cleansing your soul, After integrating lessons and raising your vibration, there comes a subtle, almost imperceptible shift. You feel it in your chest, a quiet knowing, a gentle resonance. It's the signal that your soul is ready to recognize its mirror, the twin flame who has been waiting across time and space. But how do you know it's truly your twin flame? How do you distinguish the magnetic pull of karmic energy from the sacred call of union? Let's explore the signs that your soul is ready to meet its divine counterpart. Milky Way sign 1. Inner wholeness over neediness. The first and most essential sign that you're ready is inner wholeness. You no longer seek someone to complete you. You feel content and empowered in your own life. Your happiness doesn't depend on another person's presence, validation, or love. A twin flame mirrors your wholeness, not your gaps. Karmic relationships often leave you craving connection to feel enough. Twin flames meet when both individuals already are enough. Practical exercise. Ask yourself daily, am I whole on my own, or am I seeking someone to fill voids? Journal your reflections. Notice patterns of neediness or dependence and consciously release them. Dove sign 2. Emotional stability and non-reactivity. When karmic energy dissolves, your reactions become conscious rather than compulsive. You can face challenges without spiraling into old fears. You can meet difficult people or situations with neutrality instead of obsession. Your emotional state is resilient. No one can shake your inner foundation easily. This emotional mastery is essential for twin flame recognition, because when the union occurs, it may trigger deep layers of your soul. If you've mastered calm and reflection, you can navigate the intensity without losing yourself. Reflective exercise. Notice triggers during your day. Pause, breathe, and ask, am I reacting from past wounds or from my present self? Over time, this builds the resilience needed for sacred connection. Crystal ball sign 3. Synchronicities and spiritual nudges. The universe communicates through subtle signs, synchronicities, dreams, intuitive nudges. You may meet people or encounter situations that feel magical or deeply meaningful. Numbers, songs, or recurring symbols may appear, guiding you. You feel drawn to certain places, teachings, or practices without conscious reasoning. These synchronicities are not coincidences. They are the universe aligning your energy to recognize your twin flame. Practical tip. Keep a synchronicity journal. Note recurring events, symbols, or coincidences. Over time, patterns will emerge, showing the flow of divine guidance. Herb sign 4. Heightened intuition and clarity. After karmic healing, your intuition sharpens. You feel a knowing about people and situations without logical explanation. You can sense energy, shifts, and underlying intentions. Your heart and mind align, guiding decisions with clarity rather than fear. This intuitive clarity is key for twin flame recognition, because a twin flame may appear subtly, and your soul must sense resonance beyond the surface. Exercise for honing intuition. Spend 10 minutes daily in quiet meditation. Ask a question and observe the first thought, image, or feeling that arises. Trust these subtle cues, they are your soul speaking. Fire sign 5. Freedom from past attachments. Your karmic wounds have been released. Your energy field no longer carries attachments to old lovers, friends, or unresolved situations. You no longer obsess over what could have been. You feel neutrality toward past partners. Your heart is open without fear of being hurt. This freedom is essential because twin flame union requires full presence and receptivity. Old attachments cloud perception and block alignment. When your energy is free, the twin flame recognition becomes effortless. Exercise. Visualize cords or ties connecting you to past relationships. See them dissolve or transform into golden light. Feel the liberation as your energy field expands. Crescent moon sign 6. Desire for spiritual growth over egoic gain. When the ego relaxes, the soul emerges. You are more interested in growth, love, and service than validation or control. Material desires or societal expectations no longer dominate your decisions. You pursue alignment with your higher purpose. Twin flame union is not about possession. It's a spiritual partnership. Two souls evolving together, reflecting each other's divine potential. Reflective question. Am I seeking love for ego fulfillment, or for soulful expansion? Your answer indicates whether you are ready for sacred union. Sparkles Step 7. Recognizing the feeling of resonance. Twin flame energy is unmistakable. It feels like coming home, a deep unspoken recognition. Your soul resonates with theirs. Even across time and space, there is a sense of peace, yet an undeniable magnetism. You can feel their emotions and energy without needing words. This resonance is subtle at first, growing stronger as you align with your higher self. It is not obsessive or fearful. It is harmonious, expansive, and profoundly comforting. Recognizing your twin flame is not about searching or chasing. It is about preparing, about healing, clearing, and expanding. Karmic relationships were the classroom. Healing was the homework. Recognition is the reward of conscious preparation. When you meet your twin flame, you meet someone who reflects your wholeness. You meet a mirror of your growth, a partner for your highest potential. Union is no longer about completion, it is about co-creation, resonance, and divine alignment. The universe does not force timing. It waits for readiness. And the signs are always there if you choose to see them. Are you feeling ready to recognize your twin flame? Take a moment to pause, breathe, and reflect. Meeting your twin flame is a sacred awakening. But recognition is only the beginning. Union in action requires conscious effort, inner strength, and spiritual maturity. It is not about merging into someone else's energy and losing yourself. It is about dancing together as equals, two whole souls reflecting, inspiring, and elevating each other. Let's explore how to nurture this divine connection without losing your sense of self. Milky Way Step 1. Maintain personal sovereignty. The most essential principle of twin flame union is self-sovereignty. You are a whole, complete being. Your identity, purpose, and joy do not depend on your twin flame. You honor your boundaries, desires, and energy. This prevents dependency and imbalance, two common challenges in intense twin flame connections. Practical exercises. Daily check-in. Ask yourself, am I acting from my true self, or am I reacting to them? Personal goals. Continue pursuing your passions, career, and spiritual practices. Boundaries. Clearly communicate needs and limits, emotionally, mentally, and physically. Union does not require fusion. It requires mutual respect for individuality and the freedom to evolve independently while growing together. Dove Step 2. Conscious communication. Twin flame energy is intense, often amplifying emotions. Without conscious communication, misunderstandings can escalate. Speak honestly but gently. Express feelings rather than assuming your partner can read your mind. Listen deeply without judgment. Reflective practice. Before responding to conflict, pause and ask, am I reacting from fear, ego, or love? Respond consciously, aiming to preserve harmony without suppressing truth. Remember, it is not about controlling your twin flame or winning arguments. It is about maintaining a sacred dialogue that honors both hearts. Crystal Ball Step 3. Embrace the shadow work together. Even after karmic healing, unresolved patterns may arise within the union. Twin flames often trigger each other's deepest fears and insecurities. Recognize that these triggers are not attacks. They are opportunities for continued growth. Practical tips for shared shadow work. Joint reflection. Discuss patterns, fears, or emotions that surface without blame. Healing rituals. Meditate or visualize together, transforming negative energy into light. Empathy practice. Seek to understand rather than correct, honor rather than judge. Shadow work is not a sign of weakness. It is a sacred opportunity to deepen trust, compassion, and spiritual alignment. Herb Step 4. Balance the intensity. Twin flame connections are often magnetic and intense. This intensity can feel euphoric or overwhelming. To maintain balance, take personal time to recharge. Engage in grounding practices like walking in nature, meditation, or breathwork. Avoid codependency or over-identification with your twin flame's emotions. Balance allows the energy to flow freely, preventing burnout and ensuring that both partners remain autonomous yet deeply connected. Exercise. Schedule solo time for self-reflection, journaling, or hobbies. Observe how it enhances your energy, clarity, and capacity to love consciously. Fire step 5. Cultivate mutual growth. Twin flames are mirrors, not mirrors of neediness, but mirrors of potential. Encourage each other's growth and spiritual practices. Celebrate accomplishments not with ego, but with genuine pride and joy. Support each other's dreams without attachment to outcomes. Reflective exercise. Write down 3 ways your twin flame inspires your growth. Share it with them, expressing gratitude for their presence as a reflection of your higher self. This practice strengthens the union while honoring individuality. Crescent moon step 6. Practice unconditional love. Unconditional love is not blind or passive. It is active, conscious, and liberating. Accept your twin flame as they are, without trying to change or control. Release judgment of their journey, their timing, or their fears. Love is a choice. Repeat it daily, even in moments of challenge. Exercise. Meditate on the heart chakra together, visualizing a shared golden light. Affirm. I see you, I honor you, and I love you without expectation or attachment. Unconditional love transforms intensity into harmony and union into a sacred dance. Milky Way step 7. Align with higher purpose together. Twin flame union is not only romantic, it is spiritual. Seek alignment with a shared purpose that uplifts both souls and serves the greater good. Co-create experiences, projects, or energy work that expand consciousness. Let the relationship be a channel for healing, growth, and transformation. When love aligns with purpose, union becomes sacred work, a living embodiment of divine connection on earth. Sparkles step 8. Trust divine timing. Even in union, timing is sacred. Patience and trust are essential. Growth may still occur separately before full synchronicity. Life circumstances may require pauses, reflection, or temporary distance. Trust that the universe orchestrates every moment for maximum spiritual benefit. Exercise. Release expectations and surrender control. Affirm. Our love unfolds in divine timing, guided by wisdom and light. Cherry blossom step 9. Celebrate the journey. Finally, cherish the journey itself. Every challenge, trigger, and triumph strengthens the union. Every shared laugh, tender moment, and act of kindness expands the soul connection. Union is not a destination. It is a sacred journey of conscious love. Reflective exercise. Take moments to reflect on growth together. Express gratitude for lessons, healing, and love. Honor both the light and shadow of your connection. Celebration creates joy, which elevates energy and deepens resonance. Union in action is not about perfection. It is about conscious choice, presence, and spiritual alignment. Maintain your sovereignty. Communicate with clarity and compassion. Engage in shared growth while honoring individuality. Balance intensity with grounding. Love unconditionally and purposefully. Twin flame union is the embodiment of 2 whole souls reflecting divine love. It is a sacred dance, a balance of independence, intimacy, growth, and joy. When nurtured consciously, it becomes a source of light, inspiration, and transformation, not only for yourselves but for the world around you. Twin flame union is a divine awakening, but it is also a crucible. The intensity, the reflection, the mirror-like energy, all of it can feel overwhelming at times. This is where growth happens, where karmic patterns resurface, and where love is tested. Understanding these challenges is essential, because the twin flame journey is not a fairy tale. It is a sacred path of evolution, self-discovery, and spiritual refinement. Milky Way highs and lows. The nature of twin flame energy. The connection between twin flames is magnetic and powerful. It is characterized by extreme highs, moments of ecstasy, deep resonance, and soul recognition, and intense lows, periods of confusion, triggers, or even separation. Highs may include spiritual awakening and synchronicities, emotional and energetic alignment, feelings of unconditional love and deep connection. Lows may include conflicts or misunderstandings, triggering of past karmic wounds, temporary separations, or distance. These cycles are natural. They are the soul's mechanism for growth and refinement. Dove step 1. Embrace the mirror effect. Your twin flame reflects not just your beauty, but also your shadow. What irritates, triggers, or challenges you in your twin flame often reflects something within yourself. This mirroring is not personal attack. It is divine guidance to illuminate areas needing healing. Reflective exercise. When you feel triggered, pause and ask, what part of myself is showing up through this interaction? Journal your reflections, noting patterns and insights. Embracing the mirror effect transforms conflict into growth. It allows you to evolve while maintaining compassion for both yourself and your twin flame. Crystal Ball Step 2. Navigating separation. Phases. Separation is a common feature in twin flame journeys. It may be physical, emotional, or spiritual. It often occurs when unresolved karma or fear surfaces. It is not a failure, but a necessary pause for individual growth. During separation, focus on inner work rather than chasing connection. Release attachment to outcomes. Trust that the universe orchestrates timing perfectly. Reflective practice. Meditate daily, visualizing your energy aligned with your higher self. Affirm. Even in separation, we grow together spiritually and energetically. Separation strengthens the union by deepening understanding, self-love, and readiness. Herb Step 3. Managing emotional intensity. The emotional highs and lows of twin flame connections can feel like a storm. Inside the body, anger, fear, longing, or even euphoria may arise suddenly. Awareness is key. Observe, do not react impulsively. Techniques to manage intensity. Grounding exercises. Walk barefoot. Practice mindful breathing, or connect with nature. Energy shielding. Visualize a protective golden light surrounding you to prevent absorption of negative energy. Emotional release. Journaling. Crying or expressing feelings safely allows energy to flow rather than stagnate. Emotional mastery ensures the connection remains conscious, not chaotic. Fire Step 4. Transforming triggers into opportunities. Triggers are gifts disguised as challenges. When your twin flame triggers you, it is an invitation to heal, grow, and release old patterns. Reflection transforms tension into wisdom. Reflective exercise. Ask yourself, what is this triggering meant to teach me? How can I respond from love rather than fear? Visualize the energy transforming into golden light, neutralizing tension. Over time, this practice creates harmony and deepens mutual understanding. Crescent Moon Step 5. Maintaining personal growth. Twin flame connections thrive when both partners remain committed to self-evolution. Continue your spiritual practices, hobbies, and personal development. Share insights and learnings with each other without dependency. Celebrate individuality alongside unity. Reflective question. Am I growing for myself, or am I relying on them for growth? Personal growth ensures the union evolves consciously rather than repeating karmic cycles. Milky Way Step 6. Cultivating forgiveness and compassion. Even in union, friction may arise. Forgive both yourself and your twin flame for human imperfections. Compassion transforms conflict into understanding and closeness. Release blame and focus on shared evolution. Practical exercise. Visualize sending healing light to your twin flame during conflict. Affirm. I honor our journey, our lessons, and our growth together. Forgiveness is a sacred tool for deepening trust and stabilizing energy. Herb Step 7. Staying aligned with divine purpose. Twin flame union is not only about emotional or romantic fulfillment. It is a spiritual partnership aimed at service, expansion, and collective healing. Align your actions with shared purpose, whether through creative projects, healing work, or spiritual practice. The union becomes a channel for higher consciousness, rather than attachment or ego-driven desires. Reflective exercise. Write down 3 ways your union can contribute to the world. Commit to action steps both individually and together to manifest that purpose. Sparkles Step 8. Trusting the divine flow. Twin flame journeys require patience, faith, and surrender. Trust that each high and low is orchestrated for maximum spiritual benefit. Accept timing, distance, and challenges as part of the divine plan. Practice surrender, knowing that love flows most freely without force. Affirmation for trust. I trust the divine timing of our union, and I honor the path of growth we share. Surrender allows union to thrive without interference from fear, ego, or impatience. Cherry Blossom Step 9. celebrating growth and union. Finally, celebrate both the journey and the union. Every challenge faced and resolved strengthens the bond. Every trigger transformed deepens mutual understanding. Union becomes a living, evolving dance of love, respect, and shared purpose. Reflective exercise. Take a moment to express gratitude for the journey, the highs, the lows, and the lessons learned. Celebrate the resilience, depth, and sacredness of your connection. Joy and gratitude elevate energy, reinforcing harmony and divine alignment. Twin flame union is a sacred mirror, a spiritual catalyst, and a source of profound growth. Embrace the highs without clinging. Face the lows without fear. Transform triggers into wisdom. Maintain sovereignty while nurturing connection. Align your union with purpose and trust divine timing. When nurtured consciously, twin flame union becomes a living example of love in its highest form, transformative, expansive, and eternal. Twin flame union is more than a meeting of hearts. It is the convergence of souls on a higher plane. By now you have recognized your twin flame, navigated intense triggers and separations, nurtured a conscious, balanced connection, transformed emotional and karmic energy into growth. But union is not limited to the physical or emotional realms. True twin flame union extends into spiritual integration, a sacred alignment of purpose, consciousness, and collective impact. Milky Way Step 1. Understanding spiritual integration. Spiritual integration means embodying the lessons of your union at the deepest level, aligning mind, body, and spirit with your highest self, experiencing synchronicity, intuitive guidance, and co-creation, transforming personal growth into shared vibrational energy. Integration is the bridge between individual evolution and collective influence. It allows the twin flame connection to radiate beyond personal desire and into universal resonance. Reflective exercise. Meditate together, visualizing your combined energy radiating light into the world. How can our union serve not just ourselves but the greater good? The answers may appear subtly, through inspiration, action, or shared projects. Dove Step 2. Aligning with collective purpose. Twin flames often feel a calling that transcends personal relationships. This purpose may involve healing, teaching, artistic creation, or spiritual service. Your connection amplifies your capacity to contribute. The union becomes a channel for divine action, co-creating energy that uplifts others. Practical steps. Identify shared passions that align with soul purpose. Brainstorm ways to manifest these passions collectively. Commit to action that benefits not just the relationship but the world. Reflective question. What is the unique way our combined energies can impact others positively? Even small actions, a kind word, a creative project, or a healing practice, ripple outward, creating profound effects. Herb Step 3. Conscious energy exchange. Beyond physical and emotional intimacy, twin flames share profound energetic connections. Energy exchange occurs during presence, communication, and even thought. Conscious attention to energy flow ensures balance rather than depletion. Practices like meditation, breathwork, and mutual healing amplify harmonious exchange. Exercise for conscious energy integration. Sit facing each other in meditation. Visualize a golden energy loop flowing from your heart to theirs and theirs to yours. Allow this flow to cleanse, harmonize, and align both energies with higher purpose. Over time, conscious energy exchange deepens intimacy while preserving individuality. Crystal Ball Step 4. Transcending ego and attachment. Twin flame union is a spiritual journey, not a path of possession. Ego-driven desires, control, jealousy, or validation block integration. Attachment to outcomes, timing, appearance, or physical presence limits divine flow. To transcend ego, focus on love, service, and shared purpose rather than ownership. Release attachment to how the relationship should look. Trust that union manifests perfectly in divine timing and form. Reflective exercise. During moments of anxiety or doubt, repeat, I release attachment. I trust the divine flow of our union. This practice cultivates freedom, trust, and higher vibrational alignment. Crescent Moon Step 5. Integration through daily life. Spiritual integration is not confined to meditation or spiritual practice. It manifests in everyday actions and interactions. Speaking and acting with love, patience, and awareness. Maintaining balance between personal responsibilities and shared connection. Supporting each other's growth while modeling conscious behavior to others. Example: instead of reacting to minor frustrations, you respond with understanding. You consciously choose empathy over judgment. Through simple actions, the sacred energy of union flows into all aspects of life. Practical tip: set daily intentions together. Today we embody love, presence, and conscious action in all we do. Even mundane routines become sacred opportunities to integrate union into reality. Milky Way Step 6. Deepening intuitive and spiritual connection. Twin flames often develop a heightened intuitive bond, allowing telepathic understanding and shared emotional resonance. Insight into each other's spiritual lessons and growth areas. Recognition of divine guidance. Through subtle synchronicities. Exercises to strengthen intuitive connection. Shared meditation. Focus on sensing each other's energy or emotional state. Dream journaling. Record dreams and discuss messages or symbols together. Intuitive guidance practice. Ask questions and note first impressions or feelings, then compare insights. This deepens mutual understanding while expanding spiritual awareness beyond the physical plane. Fire Step 7. Healing collective karma. Twin flame union is a potent force for healing not only personal but collective karma. Shared energy can dissolve patterns inherited from ancestral or societal lineage. By embodying conscious love, twin flames serve as catalysts for others' healing. Each act of integration strengthens not just the personal union but also the collective energetic field. Reflective exercise. Visualize karmic chains dissolving around the world, beginning with your own union. Affirm. Through our love we heal, uplift, and transform energy beyond ourselves. Collective healing magnifies the purpose of union, making it a beacon of light for the greater good. Herb Step 8. Sustaining sacred love. To sustain twin flame union. Spiritually, practice gratitude daily for each other and the journey. Celebrate milestones, lessons, and breakthroughs together. Commit to continued growth individually and jointly over time. Reflective exercise. Each morning or evening, share 3 things you appreciate about your twin flame and the connection. Observe how this simple practice elevates energy, strengthens trust, and reinforces spiritual alignment. Sacred love is cultivated through consistent intention, presence, and conscious energy exchange. Union beyond the physical transforms love into a spiritual force. It integrates mind, body, and soul. It amplifies shared purpose and collective impact. It transcends attachment, ego, and limitation. It becomes a living embodiment of divine love, conscious creation, and spiritual evolution. Twin flame union is a sacred partnership, a journey that touches not only your hearts, but the world. It is a connection that inspires, uplifts, and transforms, an eternal reflection of love in its highest form. The twin flame journey is often described in stages: recognition, separation, reunion, and integration. Yet even after integration, the union is a living, evolving dance, an eternal interplay of love, growth, joy, and spiritual expansion. Harmony is not a static state. It is a dynamic rhythm, a conscious practice, and a shared commitment to love fully while evolving individually. Let's explore how to maintain this sacred dance over time, keeping your connection vibrant, resilient, and spiritually aligned. Milky Way Step 1. Cultivate daily harmony. Harmony is the foundation of a sustainable twin flame connection. It begins with conscious presence. Each moment of awareness nurtures the energy flow between you. Harmony is not about perfection. It is about balance, respect, and conscious effort. Practical exercises. Morning alignment. Start each day with a short meditation or affirmation together. Example: today we move with love, awareness, and joy in all that we do. Check-in rituals. Daily or weekly emotional check-ins help prevent misunderstandings. Share feelings, joys, and challenges without judgment. Reflective question. Am I contributing to harmony in this moment, or am I reacting from ego or fear? Harmony requires awareness and consistency. Small daily acts create long-term balance. Dove Step 2. Infuse joy into the union. Joy is the fuel of twin flame energy. It strengthens the bond, elevates vibration, and reinforces spiritual alignment. Ways to cultivate joy. Celebrate small victories together. A completed project, a breakthrough, or a shared moment of laughter. Engage in playful activities that spark creativity and fun. Surprise each other with gestures of love, appreciation, or humor. Reflective exercise. List 3 ways to intentionally bring joy into your union each week. Rotate ideas between partners, creating a continuous flow of light-hearted energy. Remember, joy is not just a feeling. It is a conscious choice that uplifts both individuals and the union itself. Crystal Ball Step 3. Foster emotional resilience. Even in integrated union, triggers may arise. Emotional resilience allows you to navigate challenges without destabilizing the connection. Key practices. Mindful response. Pause before reacting to conflict. Am I responding from love or fear? Emotional journaling. Note recurring patterns, reflections, and breakthroughs. Mutual support. Offer empathy and understanding rather than criticism. Emotional resilience transforms tension into growth. It reinforces trust, stability, and the capacity for conscious love. Herb Step 4. Maintain individuality while deepening connection. A long-lasting twin flame union thrives on individuality as much as on togetherness. Continue personal hobbies, spiritual practices, and goals. Encourage your twin flame to pursue their passions freely. Celebrate the beauty of being whole, independent souls that choose each other every day. Reflective practice. Am I honoring my individuality while strengthening our union? Plan solo time or personal retreats to recharge energy and maintain clarity. Union is not about losing yourself. It is about two complete beings dancing in rhythm, enhancing each other, without merging into dependency. Crescent Moon Step 5. Expand spiritual awareness together. Twin flames share a unique opportunity to grow spiritually in tandem. Engage in joint meditation, energy work, or spiritual study. Explore practices that elevate consciousness, breath work, sound healing, or sacred rituals. Encourage curiosity, open-mindedness, and shared reflection. Exercise. Dedicate 15 to 30 minutes daily to a shared spiritual practice. Reflect afterward. How has our energy shifted? What insights did we gain together? Spiritual expansion strengthens union while allowing both partners to embody higher consciousness in daily life. Fire Step 6. Co-create meaningful experiences. Long-term union is enriched by shared creation, building experiences, projects, or contributions that reflect collective purpose. Plan adventures, creative projects, or charitable endeavors together. Align actions with both individual and shared values. Recognize that co-creation is an extension of spiritual union. It manifests love and purpose into the world. Exercise. Choose one project or activity each month that reflects your shared vision. Document progress and celebrate each milestone together. Through co-creation, union becomes an active force, expanding beyond personal connection into collective impact. Milky Way Step 7. Practice continuous forgiveness and compassion. Even in a harmonious union, imperfection exists. Practice forgiveness for yourself and your twin flame. Cultivate compassion for mistakes, misunderstandings, and human limitations. Let go of past resentments, focusing on love, growth, and conscious evolution. Reflective practice. During moments of tension, visualize releasing heavy energy into the universe. Affirm. I choose understanding, love, and compassion for myself and my twin flame. Forgiveness is not passive. It is active love that sustains long-term harmony and deepens connection. Herb Step 8. Celebrate milestones and achievements. Consciously acknowledging milestones strengthens the emotional and spiritual bond. Celebrate anniversaries, spiritual breakthroughs, and personal growth. Recognize each other's contributions and efforts. Make celebration a sacred practice that honors both journey and union. Practical tip. Create a union journal to record shared experiences, insights, and joyful moments. Revisit it regularly to reflect on growth and alignment. Celebration amplifies positive energy and reinforces conscious connection. Sparkles Step 9. Trust the eternal rhythm of union. Twin flame union is a living, breathing dance. Highs, lows, growth, and rest are all part of the rhythm. Trust in divine timing, energetic flow, and mutual evolution. Accept that union is an ongoing process of love, learning, and spiritual expansion. Reflective exercise. At the start or end of each day, affirm together. We trust the rhythm of our union. We honor the dance of growth, love, and joy. Trust allows the union to flourish organically, without control, attachment, or fear. Twin flame union is not a static destination. It is an eternal dance. A dance of harmony, joy, and conscious growth. A dance of independence, intimacy, and collective purpose. A dance that transforms love into a spiritual force, radiating light into the world. By maintaining awareness, nurturing joy, expanding spiritually, and co-creating consciously, twin flames sustain connection over time and elevate love into a sacred, evolving expression of divine unity. The twin flame journey is a sacred evolution, a continuous unfolding of love, consciousness, and purpose. By now you have recognized your twin flame, navigated separations and karmic challenges, integrated spiritually, emotionally, and energetically, nurtured harmony, joy, and conscious co-creation. Yet the highest level of twin flame connection is ascension together, where union transcends personal desire, becomes fully aligned with divine purpose, and radiates collective impact. This is the stage where love is not only lived but mastered, where each action, thought, and intention reflects the highest vibration of the soul. Milky Way Step 1. Embodying divine union. Mastering union begins with embodying the divine essence of your connection. Your union reflects a balance of masculine and feminine energy, integration of shadow and light, and alignment with universal flow. At this stage, love is unconditional, free from fear, ego, or expectation. Union exists beyond the physical plane. The soul recognizes its counterpart in every dimension. Reflective practice. Daily meditation, visualizing your twin flame as an extension of divine consciousness. Affirm together. We are one in spirit, radiant in love, and aligned with divine purpose. Embodiment transforms union from emotional connection into living, conscious energy. Dove Step 2. Co-creation on a higher plane. Ascended twin flames naturally move into co-creation, expressing their union through tangible and energetic impact. This can be spiritual teaching, healing work, creative projects, or collective initiatives. Co-creation becomes an extension of love, transforming energy into service. Each act is infused with intention, harmony, and alignment with universal flow. Practical exercises. Set a shared vision of what your union can manifest for the world. Divide responsibilities while maintaining energetic alignment. Reflect regularly on the outcomes and energetic resonance. By co-creating consciously, twin flames contribute not only to their own growth but to the evolution of humanity. Herb Step 3. Deepening spiritual resonance. As union ascends, spiritual resonance intensifies. Telepathic understanding becomes more accurate. Empathic and intuitive abilities expand. Synchronistic guidance and divine signs become daily tools. Techniques to deepen resonance. Shared meditation and breathwork. Synchronized breathing and energy flow. Intuitive practice. Ask questions and observe subtle insights or shared impressions. Energy healing. Work together to clear stagnant or lower vibrational energies. This heightened resonance allows twin flames to operate as one conscious unit while maintaining individual sovereignty. Crystal Ball Step 4. Transcending duality and ego. True ascension requires transcending duality, moving beyond possessiveness, jealousy, or dependency. Embracing unity without losing individuality. Recognizing that union is a reflection of divine oneness, rather than personal attachment. Reflective practice. When ego-driven thoughts arise, pause and ask, is this coming from love or fear? Visualize the ego dissolving into golden light, leaving pure consciousness and unconditional love. Transcending duality allows the union to operate from infinite perspective, rather than limited human perception. Crescent Moon Step 5. Healing collective karma at scale. Ascending twin flames carry the energy to heal not only personal karma but collective patterns. Their unified energy can influence communities, families, and even generations. Through conscious union, karmic imbalances are resolved, offering liberation to others. This stage transforms love from personal fulfillment to cosmic service. Practical exercises. Visualize karmic chains dissolving across humanity, starting with the energy of your union. Affirm. Through our love, understanding, and alignment, we heal and uplift. Collective consciousness. Collective karma healing is the ultimate purpose of an ascended twin flame connection. Fire Step 6. Sustaining infinite expansion. Union at this level is dynamic and infinite. Love evolves continuously, adapting to new lessons and experiences. Growth is ongoing individually and collectively. Conscious expansion means always aligning with higher vibrational states. Daily practices for infinite expansion. Joint visualization of shared growth and universal contribution. Continuous study of spiritual teachings, energy work, or consciousness practices. Celebration of milestones, breakthroughs, and personal evolution. Expansion keeps the union vibrant, radiant, and eternally aligned with divine purpose. Herb Step 7. Living as a beacon of light. Ascending twin flames naturally become beacons of love, consciousness, and inspiration. Others are drawn to their energy for guidance, support, or inspiration. By embodying harmony, joy, and love, twin flames radiate transformative energy. Their union becomes a lighthouse showing what conscious divine partnership looks like. Reflective practice. Daily affirmations. Our union radiates light, love, and wisdom to all beings. Engage in service or creative expression that channels your energy outward. Living as a beacon turns the personal journey into a universal gift. Milky Way Step 8. Embracing timelessness and oneness. At the pinnacle of union, time becomes fluid. Connection transcends physical presence. Communication, intuition, and energy flow seamlessly across dimensions. Oneness is not just conceptual, it is experienced as a continuous living reality. Reflective exercise. Meditate together, visualizing your energy merging with the universe. Affirm. We are infinite, unified, and eternally connected in love and purpose. Timelessness and oneness elevate twin flame union into a sacred, eternal state of consciousness. Love letter closing. Reflection. The ultimate mastery of love. Mastering twin flame union is the ultimate journey of love. It begins with recognition, challenges, and growth. It evolves through integration, harmony, and conscious co-creation. It culminates in spiritual ascension, collective impact, and infinite expansion. This is love as divine force. Transformative, expansive, and eternal. Twin flames, ascending together, embody not only their personal union, but also a sacred blueprint for conscious love in the universe.